Welcome guys, today is Wednesday. It is November 29th. We are here for a nice morning yoga class. So we're going to spend the next hour or so together just connecting with our breath, feeling our breath connecting to our movement, and then focusing on releasing stress from not only the body but the mind. So let's make this our very own practice. If you feel like relaxing on your mat for the whole hour, that's perfectly fine. Do what you need to do for your time in your practice. Let's start with some relaxation. So we'll all go down onto our backs. Let's rest our arms at our sides, palms open, face to the sky. I want you to close your eyes and start to breathe deeply in through your nose, expanding that belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. Exhale out through that nose. Feel that same area of your body contract and empty. While we're focusing on our breath, I want you to bring some awareness to your face. Let your eyes relax. Let your cheeks relax. Release that furrowed brow. Breathe relaxation into your jaw. Then breathe away any tension that you're holding in your neck. Let's guide breath and awareness into our arms, and we're going to breathe from our shoulders all the way out through our fingertips. Guide your breath into your legs, and let's breathe from our hips all the way down to the tips of those toes. Guiding breath into spine, let's breathe from the top of our head down through the tailbone, letting your breath weave in between each segment of your spine. And then let's roll our head to the left and breathe into the right side of the neck. Come back to neutral and roll the head to the right, breathing into that right side of the neck. And then we're back to that neutral place. Inhale the arms skyward. Exhale behind us, and I want you to stretch out through all of your fingers. Push out through your heels and really extend, making that body long and open. And then allow it all to go soft. Let's inhale both arms back towards the sky. And exhale, return to your sides. Once there, it's left knee pulling up towards the chest, and we'll start with just a close hug. Get that thigh as close to your rib cage as you can. And then proceed to flex and point your foot. And then let's roll the ankle around slowly. And reverse. And then allow your foot to rest. We'll send that leg out and we'll switch legs. Bring the opposite knee in, nice and close. Hugging it tight to the body. Flex and point. Roll the ankle. Reverse. Rest your foot. Bring both knees in. Give yourself a nice tight hug. Add a few rocks side to side. Hold center, and then we'll circle both knees around and around. And then let's reverse. And then keep the knees tucked in nice and close to your body. Now tighten the belly press through the back of your rib cage. And And I want you to bring your shoulders, neck, and head off the floor like you're bringing your nose up towards your knees. And then let's release down. Let's rest the feet on the mat. Toes pointing in, heels pointing out, feet about hips distance apart, and enough space between buttocks and heels that when we bridge up, we want to activate the hamstrings and the gluteals. So start by tightening the belly and then slowly peel off the mat one vertebra at a time. On the next exhale, slowly press back down one vertebra at a time. Again, tightening the belly, we're slowly peeling up. Pressing those hips up nice and high, holding our bridge. And then exhale, pressing back down. Once we've made it all the way back down, knees back into the chest for another good hug. Feeling the stretch going down the spine into the gluteals. A few more rocks side to side. A few more knee circles round and round. And reverse. And then just keep the knees tucked in. Now let's cross our ankles. Hook around our big toes with our second and third fingers. Tighten the belly, press through the back of the ribs, and let's round up. Release. Change the cross of your ankles. Again, hooking around our big toes, tightening the belly, rounding up. And release. Once more, changing the cross of those ankles, hooking around those big toes, tightening the belly, pressing through the back of the ribs, rounding up. Now on the next exhale, I want you to use the power of that belly to roll you up. And that's going to bring us all into an easy cross-leg position. Allow your palms to open face to the sky. Feel your shoulders fall from your ears. And then allow your chin to drop to your chest, breathing into the back of our neck. Inhale, lift the head to back, open your throat. Again, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift head, tip back, open throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head, tip back, open the throat. And exhale, chin to chest. We're going to roll that left ear to the left shoulder. Drop the chin and roll right. Drop the chin and roll left. Drop the chin and roll right. Drop the chin and roll left. And then let's hang out there, placing our left hand just above the tip of our right ear. Let's press right palm to the mat. Breathe up the arm and along the side of the neck. And then extend the left arm high and just gaze up at your left hand. Side bend to the right and come back up. Side bend and lift. Again, side bend and lift. And then let the arm open to the side. Sweep the arm forward, back across, and up and over. And release. Once the arm is down, we'll do a couple shoulder rolls from back to front. And then let your hands return to your knees. Dropping chin to chest. Breathe into the back of your neck. Go ahead and tip right ear to right shoulder. Place your right hand just above the tip of your left ear. And then push your left palm into the mat. Breathe up the arm and along the side of the neck. And then let's reach high to the sky and just gaze up at our hand. Side bend to the left and lift. Side bend to the left and lift. Once more, side bend and lift, and then let the arm come open to the side. Sweep forward, sweep across, back up and over, and then let that arm float all the way down. And once it's down again, we've got some shoulder rolls back front. And then we increase our circle size. And then just reach both arms high to the sky. Stretch a little farther with that left arm and then a little farther with the right. And then let's press hands together at heart center. Inhale, open the arms and the heart. Exhale, round, come forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, and then let your fingers float down. And then from there, slowly, we're back up. And once we're back up into our seated mountain pose, continue to breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. And feel your body go a little bit soft. And we'll make our way onto hands and knees. Transitioning whatever way works best for you. So now we've got our shoulders directly over our wrists, hips over our knees, tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Foundational hands means widespread fingers, hands turned in slightly, pressing through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Now let's sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart. Exhale, round and scoop for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then we're back to our neutral spine. Right leg extends behind us, pushing out through that right heel. Left arm reaches forward and we rotate palm to the sky. Exhale back to all fours. Let's switch, extend through the left leg, pressing through that heel. Right arm forward, palm to the sky. Exhale, lower. Let's switch again. Extend and reach. Now let's pull the knee in to meet the elbow and then reach back out. Extend, pull in, and inhale, reach. Once more, exhale in, inhale, reach. And then we're back to all fours. Switching, left leg, right arm, extend and reach. Bring elbow to knee, extend, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee, inhale, reach. Once more, exhale, elbow to knee, inhale, reach. Let the hands come back down, knee comes back down. Big toes close, knees apart. Let's push tailbone back. Allow your chest to drop through your knees, forehead on the mat. Turn your palms open to the sky. Feel that deep stretch going down those lats, all the way down the spine, out through the tailbone. Let's come back to foundational hands. Tuck our toes and make our way back up into downward facing dog. So in down dog, we want to let the head dangle freely through the arms. Feel your rib cage pulling closer to your thighs. Feel the back of your shoulder blades reaching towards your gluteals. And then go ahead and walk the dog. So lift and lower each heel individually. And then let's keep one heel pressed down and one heel raised. And then switch that. And then press both heels down. Let's nod the head yes. Let it shake no. And then from there, inhale and transition into plank. Exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale back up. Once again, inhale to plank. From there, let's modify to the knees. And as we exhale, elbows open, we want to bring the chest down on the hips. Now tuck the elbows in. Press to the tops of your feet, your hip bones lengthen your spine. Inhale, rise cobra. Exhale, back down, the elbows open. And then they tuck in as we inhale, lengthen, rise cobra. Once more, exhale, lowering. And then inhale, rise into cobra. Press all the way back. Again, extended child's pose. Palms opening to the sky. Cross the hands back into foundational position. Tuck the toes. And we're back up into downward facing dog. Walking our dog a few more times. Pressing our heels. And then inhaling to our plank. As we exhale, we're going to lower, so you can either modify to your knees or lower in one piece. Elbows tuck in, inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, or back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, rise up into cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Once more, inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From there, let's come back to all fours. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, round out, cat. Try again, inhale, cow. And exhale, round cat. And then we're back to our neutral spine. Let's re-extend the right leg, pushing through that heel. Adding the left arm forward for spinal balance. And then bring that hand down and let's step the right foot forward, placing it between the hands. Knee positioned over ankle. Let's lift upper body. Extend to the sky, crescent moon. Let's open the arms, let them hook together behind your back. Once they're pulled down with those hands, opening the heart, opening the throat. And then inhale back to neutral spine. Exhale, hands release and come to the mat. Let's tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, and that's going to bring us into runner's lunge. Remember that front knee stays over the ankle so it's well supported. Straight line from that back heel through the top of our head. Go ahead and send the right foot back into your plank. Press back up into downward facing dog. And then make your way back down onto all fours. Sinking our navel, lifting our tailbone, lifting our head, opening our heart, cow. Exhale, round for cat. And then we're back to our neutral spine. From there, let's extend through that left heel, add the right arm forward, we're back into spinal balance. Bring the right hand down, let's step the left foot forward, placing it between our hands. Position knee over ankle, press to the top of your back foot, lift to the sky, crescent moon. Let the arms open and hook together behind the back. Once they're hooked together, pulling down, opening the heart, opening the throat. And then neutralize the spine, release the hands, and fold forward, hands to the mat. Right toes tuck under, we lift the right knee, there's our runner's lunge. Let's step the right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Once more, inhale to the sky and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale into down dog. And inhale to plank. Exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale into heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, fold deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, extend. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Cradling elbows in the palms of your hands, allowing your ribs to rest on your thighs. Let your fingers release to the mat. And let's take a giant step back with that right foot, bringing us into runner's lunge. Now once you feel established in your lunge, let's lift upper body. That brings us into our high lunge. And then from there, see about adding arms, creating crescent lunge. And then just open the arms, keep the spine nice and long, and let's hinge forward, bringing us into airplane lunge. And then exhale, hands release to the mat. Left foot steps back into our plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper again, cradling elbows in the palms of our hands, allowing our chest to rest on our thighs. And then fingers release to the mat. Let's step left foot back, finding that runner's lunge. Once we feel stable, let's lift upper body for high lunge. And then go ahead, add your arms for crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Stepping back with our right foot into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. This time as we exhale, let's start bending the knees like we're sitting in a tiny chair. And while you bend your knees, bring your knees closer together. Keep your chest lifted away from your thighs, and there's our chair pose. Exhale, let's fold forward, hands to the mat. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Again, let's cradle elbows and palms of hands, seeing if we can find a little deeper release. And then release the hands to the mat. We'll step our right foot back into our runner's lunge. And then when ready, push the right heel down. Turn your right toes out slightly. Align your left heel with the back of your right heel, lifting upper body. We've got hip bones forward, shoulders square, and then we can add the arms, creating warrior one. And then let your hands press together at your heart. Inhale, start to rotate to your left. And as we exhale, see if you can tuck that right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. Rolling left shoulder and elbow open for our twisting warrior. As we exhale, let's untwist. Let your hands return to the mat. And then proceed to walk yourself around into a wide straddle. Facing one wide edge of our mat, we've got toes and heels out, hands directly under those shoulders. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, try melting down. And bent knees is fine here. I want you to completely release the upper body. So if that means you need to bend your knees to get that upper body to go completely limp, please do that. From there, we're going to push down into the palms, pushing the arms straighter, straighter, and straighter. And then I want you to bend the right knee and begin to shift your weight to the right. And we're keeping the outer edge of our left foot pressed into the mat. So we're feeling that deep stretch taking place, going up that inner left thigh. And then let's come back to a neutral center. Let's rock back onto our heels so we can lift up our forefoot, spreading our toes out really wide. And then press the feet down, each and every toe, and we're going to raise our heels. And then let the heels press back down. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, open arms wide for airplane. And then we'll inhale and slowly rise to standing. Once we're upright, ensure that your toes are in, heels are out, feet a little wider than hips. Palms opening to the sky, 5-pointed star. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth. And inhale into that sunflower. Exhale, fold, brush the earth. Inhale, sunflower. Exhale, fold, brush the earth. And inhale, sunflower. And then let's return to our 5-pointed star. From there, let's lower the left arm down and make a full circle up and around. And then let the right arm lower down and make that full circle up and around. And then try both arms together, down and around and up. Down and around and up. Once more, down and around. And hold open. Now let that left hand lower to your left thigh, reach the right hand high. Gaze up at the right hand, but start to inch the left hand farther down. And then we'll come up, lifting the left hand as well. Let's let our fingertips meet overhead. Then our palms can press. We'll lace all of our fingers and then push our palms to the sky. And then let the arms come forward. Continue to press out through your palms. And then let's return to 5-pointed star. Now we're ready to turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Draw a straight line from your left heel to your right arch, looking past your left palm, bend the left knee. So the knees over the ankle, our body weight is centered equally into both feet. And then let's pull it straight. And then rebend. Each time looking for just a little bit more power and balance. And straighten it out. And again. Extend the left arm farther forward, lift the left, lower the right. Push your left palm to the sky. Feel the stretch going all the way up the left side of your ribs. And then let's come back to warrior two. And pull pull the left leg straight without locking, and we're back to our start position. Now imagine that you're being pressed between two panes of glass. And while you're staying open and flat, you start to pull your right hip to the right. And you start reaching your left arm away from that right hip. So as far as you can go. Once we can't go any farther, send the left hand low and the right hand high. Remember, we want to feel like we're pressing our right hip slightly forward, drawing the right shoulder slightly back, keeping ourselves open and flat, not holding any tension in the neck or the shoulders. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, let's bend the left knee. And we can either place our left forearm on our left thigh or reach that left hand all the way to the mat. There's extended angle pose. As we exhale, begin to revolve the upper body. Let your hands return to the mat as you return to runner's lunge. Go ahead and step left foot back into plank. And then exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. Lift the right foot not too high, but press back into three-legged dog. And then let's step the right foot to the hands, bringing us into our lunge. And then from there, pushing your weight forward onto that right foot. As you straighten right leg, send your left leg behind your hip level. Meanwhile, your hands form a tripod with that right foot. We can remain like that. Or we could align our right thumb with our right pinky toe. Roll your left hip open. Add that left arm high to the sky. And that creates half moon balance. Exhale, left hand down if it's lifted. Go ahead and step the left foot in, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale, start to bend the knees like we're sitting in a tiny chair, pulling the knees closer and closer together, keeping ribs away from thighs. And then exhale as we fold forward. Once there, cradle your elbows in the palms of your hands. And again, just let that body sink. Let's release our fingers to the mat. Step back with our left foot this time into lunge. Once there, push left heel down, turn left toes out slightly. Align the right heel with the back of your left heel. Begin to lift upper body. Check that your hip bones are facing forward and that your shoulders are squared out over your hips. When ready, add your arms or your one. And let your hands press together at your heart. Let's inhale and rotate off to the right or the left. Exhale, we're going to tuck our right elbow to the outside of that right thigh. And keep rolling the right shoulder and elbow open. Breathing into your warrior twist. On the next exhale, let's untwist. Hands return to the mat. And then proceed to walk yourself around into wide straddle. So now you should be facing the other wide edge of our mat. Toes in, heels out. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale with that flat back looking out. Exhale, we're melting. And again, we're looking for just a little bit more release. From there, let's press down into the palms and push our arms straighter and straighter. Bending the left knee this time, we're going to shift our weight to the left, keeping that right foot flat. Feeling the stretch going up that inner thigh. And then let's make our way back to that neutral place. From here, let's raise the heels. Press the heels down and then rock back onto your heels, lifting up our toes, letting them open really wide. Press each and every toe into the mat. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, open arms wide for airplane. And then inhale, we'll slowly rise to standing. Opening palms to the sky, toes in, heels out, feet a little wider than hips. 5-pointed star. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Let the arms reopen, coming back into 5-pointed star. Let's lower the right arm down and around and make a full circle. Left arm down and around and make a full circle. And then both arms down and around and open. Circle down and around and open. Once more, circle down and around and open. Lowering the right arm to right thigh, left arm high to the sky, stretching higher and higher, gazing up. And then inching that right hand a little farther down the outside of that leg. As we inhale, neutralize and bring the right hand up. We let our fingertips meet first. And then we can press our palms. Lace all of our fingers. Push palms to the sky. And then let them press forward. Turn your palms to face you and press out through the backs of your hands. Keep lifting the elbows. And then let's reopen to 5-pointed star. Now let's turn right toes to the front end of our mat. Align right heel with left arch. When ready, bend the right knee. Centering your body weight. Pulling legs straight again. Rebending each and every time, looking for a little bit more power. Pulling straight. And once more. Breathing into all that openness of Warrior Two. Extend the right arm a little further forward, lift the right, lower your left. Turn that right palm to the sky, push up to the heel of the right hand, and breathe into Reverse Warrior. Let's make our way back into Warrior Two. And then pull the right leg straight without locking, and we're back where we started. Imagining we're being pressed between two panes of glass. Start pulling that left hip left and reaching that right arm as far away from the left hip as you can. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, we send the right hand down and the left arm high. And we're pressing our left hip a little forward, rolling our left shoulder slightly back. And just enjoying all that space that we've created, feeling our breath easily traveling around the body. Keeping tension away from the neck and the shoulders. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, begin to bend the right knee, and you can either place your forearm on your thigh or let your right hand reach to the mat. And there's extended angle pose. Exhale, let's revolve our body. Hands to the mat, return to the ball of our left foot, runner's lunge. Send your right foot back into plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthening, rising for cobra. Exhale, back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. Lifting left foot not too high, pressing back into three-legged dog. And then stepping left foot through the hands, bringing us back into runner's lunge. We're going to push our body weight forward onto the left foot as we're straightening the left leg. Extend the right leg behind us, hip level. Hands form a tripod with our left foot. And there's tripod balance. We can remain like that or align our left thumb with our left pinky toe. Start rolling right hip open, adding right arm to the sky for half moon balance. Exhale, right hand down if it is lifted. We'll bring the right foot in, toes close, heels apart. And then inhale, let's roll up. Reach high and touch the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. From there, let's extend the arms long at our sides. And we're back into a standing mountain pose. So next, we're going to find a focal point for our eyes. Fixate on that spot. Feel your belly button drawing in against the spine. That doesn't mean hold your breath. It just means really become aware of your core. And begin to shift your weight into your right foot. When you feel ready, we're going to bend the left knee, bringing our heel up towards our bottom. And then see if you can place the inside of your left foot in the palm of your hand. And let your right arm come forward. And if you wish to open your dancer, you can lift the arm and lift the leg, still keeping your body upright. Exhale, let's come back to standing mountain pose. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back into plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to our plank. Lift the right foot not too high. You can stay like that or insert a push-up. And then press up into three-legged dog. And then we'll step the right foot forward, returning us to our lunge. Push the left heel down, turn the toes out slightly. But now you're going to start to pull the right leg straighter and straighter. Let's lift up our right toes. Inhale, look out. And then exhale, let your upper body sink against your thigh. Let your toes melt back into the mat. And let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, return to runner's lunge. Step the left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. And let's return to standing mountain pose. So again, we want to find a focal point for our eyes. Fixate on that spot. Feel your belly button pressing against your spine. Shifting weight into your left foot. Let's bend the right knee. Placing the inside of that right foot in the palm of our hand and letting our left arm come forward. And then opening your dancer if you wish. Exhale, return to standing mountain pose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Lifting left foot not too high. You can stay right there or insert a push-up. And then we're pressing up into three-legged dog. Left foot steps through the hands into runner's lunge. Pushing the right heel down, toes turned out slightly. Inner heels aligned. When ready, begin to straighten the left leg. Lift up the left toes. Inhale, look out. Exhale, try melting deeper into that left thigh. And then allowing your toes to melt into the mat. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, rebend the front knee so we're back in our lunge. And then step the left foot back into plank. Let's keep right shoulder over right wrist and open for side plank. Modify to the side of your right knee if you'd like. Let the arm lower down and make a full circle. And let's come back around into plank. Press up into down dog. And inhale again to plank. This time left shoulder over left wrist. Side of the left knee if you'd like. Right arm high to the sky. Let the arms circle down and around and then back up. And return to plank. We're back up into down dog. Walking that dog. Pressing the heels down. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. And then inhale into plank. Now from plank, let's bring the right knee forward. Place it behind the right wrist. Once there, you can set the left knee down and use your left hand to guide your right heel across the body. So you want to aim your heel at your left hip bone and want to aim the right knee to the outer edge of our mat. Then start to inch the left leg a little farther back and melt yourself down. While we're here, I want you to think about pressing down into the outer edge of your right pinky toe and the tops of your left toes. We want to feel this in the outside right hip, not in the knee. On the next inhale, let's start to slowly lift up our body. And then once we're upright, we're going to sit right onto our right hip. And I want you to pull the left thigh forward so it butts right up against the bottom of your right foot. When you look down at your legs, you should see like a little pinwheel happening. And I want to make sure that we're keeping our sit bones down. Stretch your arms wide. And then start to bring the arms closer together. Let's pass the right elbow under the left elbow. Bend the elbows. And then you can either press the back of your hands or your palms together. And think about lifting those elbows, breathing across upper back and back of shoulders. And then let's untwist the arms, stretch them out wide, and let them float down. Let's take the left foot and step it across the bent right knee. And then take the upper left arm, you're going to press it against the left inner thigh. Walk your right hand a little farther back. Keep the heel of your hand close to your tailbone. And then inhale taller. Exhale, rotate at the waist and try looking over that right shoulder. Inhale, reach high with the left hand. Exhale, let it float down. Let's stretch the left leg out straight. Keep the right foot butted up against your left inner thigh, and then rotate so your hands are on either side of that straight leg. Start inching forward, pushing back through the tailbone and melting down. And then from there, let's inhale, reach the right arm forward, lift it up towards the sky. Place it back behind you on the mat, shoulder over wrist, inhale, left arm high. And then let's pull the left hip up, push the left palm to the sky. And then exhale, let's come back down. Once we're down, let's stretch both legs out nice and straight. Push out through the heels of your feet, hands between your legs. Let's inch forward, pulling rib cage towards the mat. Forget about getting your head down. If you can get your ribs down, your head's gonna follow. And then from there, we can inhale back up. Once we've made it back up, crossing legs Taylor style, moving back onto all fours or doing whatever you need to do to get to all fours. And then once we're on all fours, tuck our toes, press back up into down dog. And then inhale to our plank. Now we're ready, inch the left knee forward up behind the left wrist. You can set the right knee down and then use your right hand to guide your left heel across the body. Aim it at your right hip bone. Think about opening that left knee to the outer edge of your mat. Start to slide the right leg a little farther back as you sink down. We want to press into the outer edge of our left pinky toes and the tops of our right toes. And keep the weight out of that left knee. From there, let's inhale and start to lift up our body. And then once we're upright, we'll shift all of our weight onto the left hip. Bring the right thigh forward so it's pressing right up against the bottom of your left foot. And there's our little pinwheel legs when we look down. Want to keep both of our sit bones on the mat. Stretch your arms out. Start to bring them closer together. This time we're going to pass left elbow under right elbow, bend the elbows, backs of hands or palms meet together. We want to keep lifting the elbows so they stay shoulder level. And then let's untwist the arms, stretch them out, let them float down. Now we're going to take the right foot and step it across the bent left knee. Once there, right upper arm's going to press against inner right thigh. Left hand's going to walk farther back, closer to your tailbone. Inhale, taller and straighter. And then exhale, rotate at your waist. You can look over your left shoulder. Inhale to the sky. Exhale that hand down. Now let's stretch the left leg out straight. Keep the bottom of your right foot pressed against that inner thigh. Turn to face the straight leg. Walk the hands forward, pushing back to the tailbone. And then start reaching the left arm forward, lifting it up. Let it come back behind you on the mat. We've got shoulder over wrist. Inhale, right arm up. Pick up that hip and push your right palm towards the sky. And exhale, bring the hips back down. And then let's re-extend the left leg so we've got both legs straight. Again, hands between the legs. We're going to pull forward. Belly button is pulling down. And let's slowly rise. And now send the left hand towards the left ankle, right hand high, side stretch. Come back up and we'll switch. Right hand to right ankle, left arm high, side stretch. And lift. Again, left hand towards left ankle, right hand high, side stretch. And then I want you to sweep forward, all the way up and over. Lift, and we'll switch. Side bend to the right. Sweep forward, reach out, lift up. And release. And let's bring both legs close together. Hands on either side of our hips. Press down through your palms, push out through your feet. Sit like you're sitting at attention. And then soften a bit. Let your hands walk forward, push back through the tailbone, melting into that forward bend. And then coming back up. This time, let's point our fingertips right at our buttocks so they're slightly behind us, pressing down through the palms, pushing out through the feet. And then think about pressing the feet down as you pull your hips up into reverse plank. And then as we exhale, slowly sink back down. Once there, let's bend the knees, place our hands behind our thighs, keeping your back tall and straight, shoulders relaxed. When you're ready, lift your feet, find your balance on your tailbone. And then see if you can start extending the legs a little bit straighter. Adding your arms to the sky. And then using the power of that abdominal area to slowly press you into the mat. Stretching super straight once you're down there. And then let your body go soft. And let's bring knees to chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Few gentle rocks side to side. Hold center and then rest your feet down. Toes in, heels out, feet about hips distance, arms at your sides, palms to the sky. We're going to peel back up into our shoulder bridge. And while we remain in our bridge, let's extend the right leg to the sky. And then slowly sink the spine back to the mat. Cross your right leg over your left. Let your arms open wide. And we're going to drop both of our knees to the left as we look to the right. Keeping our right shoulder on the mat. Let's bring the knees back up. Uncross, arms back in. Toes and heels out again, slowly peeling up into our bridge. And this time, left leg extends to the sky. And slowly start to sink back down. Let's cross left leg over right, open arms wide to the side. And now we're going to drop both knees to the right as we look left. And then we're back to neutral. Let's uncross the legs. Bring the knees into the chest once again for that nice close hug. Adding in a few rocks side to side. And then some knee circles round and round. And reverse. And then just hold the knees nice and close, tighten the belly, press to the back of the ribs, and bring your nose towards your knees. Remain in that lifted position, and we'll send the left leg out, and then send the right leg out, and then slowly release your spine into the mat. And then just find that place on your mat where you can truly let go. Adjust your body as it begins to relax so that you can really feel as much of your body in full contact with the mat. Continuing to breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the nose, guiding your breath around the body. Seek out those spots that still feel a little bit tense. Breathe away that tension. Guide your breath into areas of the body that give you some kind of issue. Just let your breath surround the issue. Breathe it away. Believe the actions that people take as a reflection of their values and what they really care about. Let us set aside all of our anxious thoughts. Choose to live today with courage, with an open heart, a grateful heart, a hopeful heart, spreading random acts of kindness to all living beings. Remember that my soul honors your soul. I honor that place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you because it's also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. I thank you for joining me this morning. I hope that you feel renewed and ready to face the day. Don't forget to hydrate, lots of water throughout the day. And I will be back tonight to let you know what's taking place tomorrow. So in the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay kind. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.